All right, everybody gathering close. Turn the lights down low, and whatever you do, don't put on headphones if you're alone tonight. Because these 6 stories are the kind that crawl under your skin and stay there. The kind where the scariest part isn't some monster jumping out. It's hearing your own name whispered from the dark when every single person in your group is standing right next to you. Before I start, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because I've got way more stories like these coming. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss what's next. Let's begin. Story 1, Emily, Adirondacks, New York, 2019. So me and 4 college buddies decided to do a real deep woods trip in the Adirondacks. No cell service, no trails, just a topo map and the plan to hike 3 days into this little unmarked lake nobody ever goes to. The group was me, Jake, my girlfriend Sarah, her brother Matt, and our friends Chris and Emily. First 2 days were perfect. Crisp fall air, leaves turning blood red, the whole deal. We get to the lake on the afternoon of day 2, set up camp on this little peninsula that sticks out into the water. Sun sets, we're drinking cheap beer around the fire, laughing, telling dumb stories, normal stuff. Around 1 a.m., the fire's dying down and we're all half asleep in our chairs when we hear it. A woman's voice, soft, coming from across the lake, clear as day. Emily! We all freeze. Emily sits straight up. Did someone just say my name? We laugh it off at first, probably an echo or some late-season camper messing with us. But the lake's tiny, maybe 300 yards across, and there's no other camp. We'd have seen smoke or lights. 10 minutes later, it happens again. Same voice, same exact tone, like someone calling a friend from the porch. Emily! This time the hair on my arm stands up. Emily looks genuinely freaked. Chris grabs a flashlight and sweeps the far shore. Nothing. Just black pines and the reflection of the moon. We put the fire out early that night and zip into our tents. I'm lying there next to Sarah, wide awake, when I hear footsteps. Slow, deliberate footsteps, crunching leaves right outside our tent, circling. Then they stop directly behind Emily and Chris's tent, maybe 10 feet away. And the voice again, closer now, almost conversational. Emily, come out, it's cold. Emily starts crying inside her tent. Chris is whispering, shut up, like he's trying to convince himself it's a prank. Matt grabs his bear spray and steps out with the headlamp. Empty woods, no prints in the morning. Whatever made those steps didn't leave a trace. We packed up at first light and hiked out without breakfast. Emily hasn't been camping since. Story 2, The Wrong Mic, Boundary Waters, Minnesota, 2021. 4 of us from Minneapolis, me, Tyler, my cousin Mike, and our buddies Josh and Derek. We do an annual BWCA trip every September when the crowds are gone. This time we paddled 6 hours north to this chain of lakes that barely even has names on the map. Third night in, we're on a site that's just a slab of rock with a fire ring. No trees close enough to hang a bear bag, so we just leave the food barrel on the ground like idiots. Middle of the night, maybe 3 a.m., I wake up to the sound of the barrel lid scraping open. I nudge Nike. Hey, bear. We both sit up, grab flashlights, but there's no bear. The barrel's open, yeah, but nothing's taken, just open. Then we hear it, a man's voice, low and gravelly, from the tree line. Mike, you forgot to latch it. Mike goes white, because that was his dad's voice. Exact tone, exact Minnesota accent. His dad, who'd been dead for 8 years. Josh wakes up, hears it too. Dude, That sounded like Uncle Ray. The voice comes again, closer. Mike, come help me close it. Mike starts shaking. He's whispering, no, no, like a kid. Derek grabs the hatchet and yells into the dark, who's out there? Nothing. Dead silence for maybe 30 seconds. Then, right behind our tents, so close I could feel the breath on the nylon. Wrong Mike. We didn't sleep. At dawn, we found the food barrel closed and latched perfectly, but every single bag of food inside had been slit open with what looked like a knife. Nothing eaten, just cut. Story 3. Sarah's Laugh. Olympic National Forest, Washington, 2020. My sister Sarah organized this girls' trip. Her, me, Lauren, Jenna, and Kayla. We hiked into the Quinault rainforest, deep, like 2 days off trail to this old-growth grove nobody visits anymore. Second night, it's pouring rain, the kind that makes the forest feel like it's breathing. We're all crammed in the big tent playing cards when we hear laughter outside. Sarah's laugh, exact pitch, that little snort she does at the end. But Sarah's sitting right there across from me. We all look at each other. Jenna goes, okay, who's messing with the soundboard app? Nobody's phone even has service. The laugh happens again, farther away now, moving through the trees like someone walking the perimeter of camp. Then it stops. Dead quiet, except the rain. 5 minutes later, it starts up again, but this time it's coming towards us. And it's not just laughing anymore, it's saying things in Sarah's voice. Lauren, you left the bear hang too low. Jenna, your boots are getting wet. It knew exactly what we'd done wrong that day. Sarah starts crying, like ugly crying, terrified, because whatever's out there has her voice down perfect, even the little lisp she's had since childhood. We spent the night holding on to each other, too scared to even pee. In the morning, the rain had stopped, but every single one of our boot prints from the day before had a second set walking right next to them. Same size, same tread, but none of us remembered anyone walking beside us. Story 4. Alex the Fifth Camper. Great Smoky Mountains, Tennessee, 2018. 5 of us from Knoxville, me, Brandon, Ryan, Taylor, and Megan. We did the off-trail route up to Spence Field, then kept going past the Bald into the real backcountry where the road hell starts. First night at camp, we're all exhausted, crash early. I wake up around 2 a.m. needing to pee. Step out of the tent, and I see Alex standing at the edge of camp, staring into the trees. I whisper, "Dude, you good?" He doesn't answer, just stands there. I walk over, put a hand on his shoulder. He turns, looks at me with this blank expression, and says, "I'm not Alex." Then walks back to his tent and zips in like nothing happened. I think he's sleepwalking or something, go back to bed. Next morning, Alex has no memory of it, laughs it off. That night, it happens again. But this time, all 4 of us wake up to hear Alex's voice calling from the woods. "Brandon, come here a second. Ryan, I need to show you something." One by one, it calls us, each by name, perfect imitation from different directions, like 4 Alexes surrounding the camp. Real Alex is zipped in his bag, snoring. We shine lights everywhere, nothing. On the hike out the next day, Alex is quiet. Finally, he says, "Guys, last night when you were all shining lights, I was awake. I heard myself talking out there. But my mouth was closed. I swear my mouth never opened." He moved to Colorado 2 months later and never came back to Tennessee. Story 5. The Baby Monitor Game. Uinta Mountains, Utah, 2022. This one still messes me up. Group of 6, 3 couples. We hiked into the high Uintas to Naturalist Basin, then kept going off-trail to this little unnamed lake at 11,000 feet. One of the couples, Jess and Dan, had just had a baby 6 months earlier and brought one of those long-range baby monitors so they could check on him back home with the grandparents. Dumb idea, but whatever. First night, the monitor's on the picnic table, static mostly. Around midnight, clear as day, we hear a voice through it. "Mommy, I'm cold." Jess freaks out, grabs the thing. It's the nanny cam in their son's room back in Salt Lake, but the grandparents are asleep and the baby's fine. Then another voice, deeper, male. "Jessica, pick him up." Dan's face goes white because that was his voice on the monitor. But Dan's sitting right there. The monitor keeps going.